Alright. Sunday, and we're playing Riven. Looking out a window, wondering what we could do here. Alright, I hope you all had a good weekend and everything. Oh, let me just, I realized, I think something in the audio reset itself. Okay, this should be a bit better. All right. So let's try it now. So yeah, we've been running around here, not knowing what to do for quite a while. This looks... oh, this one says 1. There seems to be 1 light on. Okay, that's not just a reflection. This one still doesn't work. Alright. Yeah, so we walked around, we found a few switches and stuff. We got, what was it? Where is the... I thought tab key? I thought tab key was the satchel. Let's see, maybe options, controls. Hide vehicle transitions. That doesn't seem to be a list of the keyboard. Interesting, it does like a click-like sound when I switch the tabs. Let's see if this oh, the controller diagram actually is the keyboard. Okay. That's not at all confusing, Cyan. Yeah, it says inventory tab. ZX is zoom and screenshot. Well, I guess I have nothing. So this is where we managed to sneak in. This is the one we already activated. Hi, audio sounds normal. How many accidental screenshots did you take? None, I think. But who knows? I think this is to call the tram if it's not there. Because you can move between, well, for one, you know, like it's more realistic because you can have several people here, and then one might have gone over there and someone else might want to go there as well. But you can also, gameplay-wise, it's possible that you're not ouch. In case the heroine took it to the other side. Yeah, that too. But also just because I think you have a puzzle or so where you make it back home, but yeah, not a different way. Let's just walk around a little bit and see if we overlooked anything. I think we already looked down here. So here's the stairs. We found those when we arrived. Is there anything else here? Not really. Yeah, still not quite sure. Like, I thought there was like the count of some of these figures might have an effect on what to do with this, but I don't really see any way to trigger this. Alright. Let's look around extensively, just in case we missed something. Herobrine, the ghost player that haunts Minecraft. Oh, okay. Not something I'm familiar with. It's kind of like Jurassic Park. They only notice you when you move. Okay, and this path goes back up. This is where this is where the tree is. supposed to be water for the tree. Looks like it. And it comes from up there. Was this the mist game where there were coconut-like things that contained numbers? I don't remember these wooden mannequins. I remember the... You mean in the school from last stream? I remember that game. Like, or at least there was this spinny thing, and I think it was that game. I couldn't 100% swear that was really figures eaten by a shark, but I think so. Alright, so we can't move on here because they pulled up the drawbridge. So let's just crazily look around, or frantically is what I meant to say. Words are hard. Here's the school. And we can't go down here right now. So we've got a bunch of numbers. The one thing that confuses me a little is the third number, because we have that round thing on the left, which is 2, but we don't have it on the bottom. So I'm wondering if that's like 20 or, let's see, or 10? And we only have numbers up to 9. So, and this could be, well, yeah, we only have numbers up to 9. And technically 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 are unique symbols, and then 5 is rotated by 90 degrees. That's, if you look here, this is 1, and this is 5, so this is 5 rotated by 90 degrees. And then 6 is 5 and 1 combined. And 7 is 5 and 2 combined, which is like this, but on the left instead of at the bottom. And 8 is 5 and 3. And 9 is 5 and 4. And then for 10, it would make sense that it's this one, that it's just 2 rotated by 90 degrees. So let's just take a little note. That might be 10. Because it kind of makes sense. Let's wait until it resets. It was a bit weird. It looked reset and then it wasn't reset after all. Okay, now. So that was just 2. And now let's count what our maximum is. That's an 8, so that has to be 10 total. So that's only 10, and that was a 9, yeah. So that's 15 maximum compared to 10. Oh, that's 2 again, so that's 12. So this one. 19. So my guess is we have about 20. On top of 15, so 22? I don't know, but it doesn't seem like we're getting a 10 or anything. That's those weird tusk fish again on the lamps. So this seems to be 2 numbers next to each other. So that would be 10 plus 15? Because usually it's sideways is 3. Round, no, wait. Round on the left was 2, right? Yeah, the ones on the left are the low numbers. Okay, so that's 15 plus 2 is 17. And then that's a 4, but rotated as well. So that would be what? This one where the 4 has been rotated, that would be 5 times 4, that would be 20. Not quite sure. So this could be 20, this could be 3 but rotated, so that would be 15. 3 times 5 plus 2 would be 17. And I suppose we're supposed to be able to decipher this? I'm not sure. I don't really see anything else. Nothing back here as far as I see. I looked it up. What I call coconut was in Riven, but that is not its name. Won't say anything more to avoid spoilers. Okay, so that was something that will be coming later. That's possible, yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things here in here, and I'm not even sure like what will happen. I'm not even sure what will happen in this remake, because we've already seen that they've changed a few things. Doesn't look like there's anything recognizable below us. I mean, we still have the weird water reservoir that we didn't manage to figure out last time. And we have the other side of the city. I was kind of hoping I was sort of scaring them away so I could see them swim away. Interesting. I didn't see the... Like, one seemed to immediately disappear, and then only one swam away. That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, and we have the spot with all the butterflies. So frantically looking left and right, hoping that I've overlooked some door or something. A little cave. Not seeing anything though. There's the other circle thing. Can't go any further here. So we know that we can rotate this thing, but the little plan we found that seemed to match them up with the numbers and at the school doesn't really seem to be too helpful. Okay, so let's roller coaster our way through here, and I can't look around. More keys than locks, okay. There's a building on the left and another of those train stations, tram stations, whatever you want to call them, roller coaster things. Monorail, I guess. As compared to this one, which is more of a real train. Alright. It's already there. Pushing the button does nothing. And I guess this is the wood chipper. Which we can turn on by directing the water back that way, I guess. Which is how it's set now. So now we should have the water set there. Seems to be something in there. It seems to be going up there. But I don't see anything I can do here, and the water didn't open. Meaning you have hints, but you don't know the puzzle they belong to. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But it's weird, what else can I do here? And what does the mechanism So I'm thinking what we found out last time by fiddling this, that this thing kind of boils the water, maybe gives us steam to drive the technology. And I guess then that comes out in the middle there of the lake. And there you can switch it either back here, where it will trigger this mechanism, or you can redirect it to one of the other spots. So I think something happened. Yeah, it drained the water in there. And I think there's no way to turn off the fire. So I'm not really sure. So this big pipe connects the water, or ingests water again. And I can use that. To raise the floor. Or lower it, and I'm not sure if that makes any difference. The floor and drain the water. Okay. Still don't see any interactable thing, though. Down again, still no way to get in. And what happens if I switch it over again now? See any change? Click more buttons, all buttons and all combinations. I think I've already pushed all buttons. I've even pulled levers. So the door doesn't seem to have any buttons around it, sadly. This doesn't seem to do anything. No. This doesn't do anything really. Okay, there's really only these three positions. We did this one last time. But I think that doesn't do anything except turn on the wood chipper, with which we have nothing to do. I think I've tried all that, but no, not there. There. Up. The question is, do I drain the water before or after, or I don't know. Guess we drain the water and see if that makes it safe or something. Don't hold your mouse pointer in the wood chipper. Just thinking maybe I'd get an achievement or something. I have a vague memory that when we played that in the original game, the trigger for this door was kind of non-obvious. But so this doesn't do anything. No, the middle one, you moron. This lever is kind of, you're fixed to this weird angle. And the way it turns, you know, like, doesn't quite match where it goes. And the area where you have to release it for it to go here is kind of way too narrow. In my opinion. So that's something they could really have improved, especially since they're locking your point of view. So they could really just have hard-coded a certain wedge. Okay, now it's switched down. Let's see if switching it down makes any difference. But I don't think so. The fire is always on. There's no way I've seen to turn off the fire. That's part of the thing. Like, I thought there was a way to turn off the fire, like from previously playing the game, but I do not see anything here. Wait, what is that on the right? What are you? That's the fire. Jesus. Still can't open the door. But now it's off. Okay, that lever gives us another dimension. 100% what happened to us in the first playthrough. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if that lever was, you know, had been moved from its original position. Because remember, they move everything up to hip height for the poor VR people that can't bend over. It's nice, you can from a distance see it moving. Okay, let's switch this and see what happens now. Okay. Oh no. We're so dead. We're gonna get boiled to death. I tell ya. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here is that drain that we see out front. Okay. Yay, we found the sewer level. It's like a proper 90s shooter. I don't remember this spot at all. But that could just be that, you know, maybe it's a more realistic sewer pipe and more realistic beach scenery. Alright. Looking good so far. What's that over there? I think that's not a place we've been to yet, is it? Oh, there's another spinny thing down there. Ah, now we're upstairs. Okay. That's where we came from. Okay. Being able to just look over there and see where you came from is so nice. Just like for orientation. And again, this is probably, you know, for VR people. It's kind of all these levers and things look a little weird when they do them like this. Okay, I guess we have to go through here to get over there. Oh, there's... I think... that's related to the spinny thing? Seems familiar. Well, anyway, I guess we'll be walking around down there at some point as well, maybe? This is pretty. Oh, and now? Oh, this way. Okay. This is kind of pretty. I guess... is this a pump? This might be... I guess we have to go back. So I'm not quite sure where this hose came from. Came in through a window up here. We might have seen it outside. Let's see. We're not really seeing it. I wonder if we can get back out here or if we have to go down the other way that I didn't go now. Ah, it actually also opens. Alright, but we've opened the other access. So now... again. Whatever that does. Alright. And now, so directing it back there to the wood chipper doesn't really make sense for us. Directing it here should be over as well. So I think we need to direct it there. And it goes up there somewhere. Now let's climb back up and see if that works. I'm kind of what like my memory told me there was something directly on that ring of gas flamers to switch them on and off, and it just took us a while to go down there and look. And they just moved it up now for this remake. Okay, so this pipe goes through here and along the ceiling. So that's not the same pipe as this. Oh, and the lighting? What? That pipe is the lighting? Or has the lights attached to it? That seems weird. Well, let's go here. Oh, that pipe still goes all the way through and oh, goes in the top. So maybe we need both. So maybe this one is just to pump out the water and this one is the steam. Yeah, that looks like it. And the water goes down. That's cool. I kind of wish, like, I'm glad to just be able to explore this, but I'm kind of curious, like, is this even remotely like it was in the previous game? And how did the water draining look there? Okay. I definitely don't remember this at all. Oh, cool. This looks kind of like a baby cradle. Not quite sure what they're doing here. That rolls us back. That wasn't what I meant to do. Okay. Oh, what's this? Is this to rotate the cradle? Oh. Counterweight. Okay. I do remember some sort of counterweight in an elevator. Ah, and that's what this lever is for. Now it hooks into the elevator, so I can crank it up from here instead of having to go outside. Cool. Okay, that's cute. All right. Achievement, Pens of Fate, Trespass in Gaines Laboratory. Okay. Sounds like there's birds somewhere. Okay, I guess that's a date. That's 3.4.6.7. Must be new. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I think some things will probably just end up having been, you know, redone. And other things will be just, you know, actually new. Or just, you know, redesigned, but basically the same puzzle or something. I have been cataloging the natural elements of this age for many years now, yet I still continue to find evidence of the number 5. As a boy, it was very clear to me that it had a place of special significance in the Denis society, from the ancient heraldic emblems of the ruling elite to the humble homes of the commoners. It was ubiquitous. Its presence here is clearly a direct reflection of the minds that authored the texts I used to compose this age. Further proof that through their art the Denis masters were indeed creating the marvelous worlds they wrote, and not, as many have mistakenly thought, merely forging links to pre-existing worlds. While all of my ages have been based on Denis designs, I see now that the ones most vested with the power of 5 are also the most beautiful, the most perfect, and undoubtedly the most structurally sound. I still have yet to determine how the Denis color symbology reflects this superior design principle. While ostensibly a 6-color system, I am convinced that there must be some deeper connection to the number 5. I will continue to investigate. 3, 5, 1, 15. The Itram traps have been particularly fruitful this year. Apparently, the breakup of the islands has not already affected the subterranean ecosystems. Unfortunately, I imagine the rebels are also experiencing a generous harvest. No shortage of poison for their darts this season. Such vexing issues aside, this unexpected windfall has allowed me to refine a particularly pleasant extract for my pipe, one that is smoother than any other in recent memory. 3, 5, 6, 1, 2. I have reluctantly decided to suspend my inquiries into the unusual behavior of the water of this age, as there are more pressing matters that now demand my attention. For future reference, however, my investigations have revealed the following. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a microbe that resides within it. I am imagining a motile unicellular organism, but one with a structure that allows it to manipulate bits of water, the aggregate effect of which is that the composite body of water is able to deform itself in response to threatening conditions. Prolonged exposure to extreme heat, a period of extended boiling, for example, seems to kill them off, which would explain their dramatic aversion to even moderate rises in temperature. There is still much to learn, however, regarding this peculiar phenomenon and its possible uses. So I guess that's... Oh, point and click. Hi, how's it going? I'm at work, so I'm lurking. Wanted to say hello and check out the game. Yeah, hi, nice to see you. Point and click is a fellow streamer of a lot of point and click games, surprisingly. Oh, I forgot to start the bot, so of course that didn't work. So let's start up all that stuff. And see what we can... Oh, no.
Trade the deadless pirates who ever sail these seas have arrived. Trade, prepare to be boarded. Twitch.
Okay, that wasn't intended. Okay, let's do it now. Whoops. What did point and click last stream? Let's have a quick look. Whoops. No, don't play a VOD, please. World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Sega game. Ah. Alright. Hi, Andy, how's it going? Working on a thief mission, so gonna be lurking mostly. Okay, good luck with all the sneaking.
Trade.
Okay. There's something... okay. Let me just... get the emulator to behave. Okay. Had a low-key Sega stream. It was fun. How is Riven? Have you played it before? I played the original in, 97 or whenever I got hold of it. I haven't played this remake, but so I know the general story and things of Riven, and I have spotty memory of this one. Next time Macintalk will read your password out loud. Careful. Yeah, it's what you get for having a system that uses the clipboard to transfer data from the bot into the emulator to actually run it in Macintalk. But yeah, anyway. Um, oh, I just realized I hadn't turned on any light. So let's get ourselves a little more light now. Anyway, yeah, so I've played the original before. I haven't played this version before. It feels very much the same, but also there are a lot of things that I don't remember, and I don't think all of them are related to related to me not remembering it. I think there's a bunch of things that they redid. So that's yeah, it's definitely fun, and I'm enjoying it. It feels, it's. I think Riven is probably the best Myst game, because in the first one it was kind of they were still trying to figure out how to do Myst, and in Riven it was the remit was basically, this was Myst, it was successful, do something like it, make it look nicer, and they had more experience, and so and this one therefore just makes the best Myst game more playable, basically. And I really like that you could just, the whole being able to just walk through in a 3D engine just makes it so much better. And the new Myst, the 2021, I think it was, remaster of Myst, that was just an incremental improvement for me, at least, since I don't have VR. And the because there was real Myst before it, and there were a bunch of remasters of the original slideshow style Myst. So there was like a progression, and it just slowly got better. And this one is slideshow, full 3D engine with modern game design sensibilities, and so I really love that. Yeah, so really, really enjoying this, and also the text in the books is much more readable. That's also good. And so I think the what it says here, exposure to extreme heat and things like that, I think that's that tunnel we came through with the red glowing circles. Those were probably just heating elements, and the water going like, nope, I'm staying away from that. The microbe. There's still much to learn, however, regarding this peculiar phenomenon and its possible uses. Hey Ravmac, how's it going? Another fellow streamer, mostly music. Also worth a recommendation. Yeah, it's going great. I'm playing Riven, which I haven't played since '96, and it's a brand new remake. So feeling really great to just play this game. It's going okay. I was a little stuck at the end of last stream and the start, but we finally figured out a lever that we had overlooked. So that made us finally progress. So that's always good. Just had some time. Yeah, it is a while. With Myst they did several remakes, and the later games kind of aged better, and of course came out later, so there wasn't as much time. How old is Myst then? I think Myst itself was from 93. So that's oh god, is it almost 40 years, isn't it? 93? 2003, 13, no, 30 years, I guess. 31 years now. Myst Riven's full name is Myst Lever I Overlooked Riven. Yeah, kind of like that. That's so crazy. Yeah. And also, like, it looked a lot like it looks now back then, and that's also like fascinating. I mean, it was, it was a lot smaller. Um, in the first stream, I actually opened the original 1997 Mist, and for a moment we opened it in windowed mode, and it's basically it's about this size really. So just for comparison, there's a lot more pixels going on. And I mean, you can see this cursor still, this is a cursor in the style of how the old game had it. There's like an option to switch it to that. I mean, this here is the new remake from this year. So, but yeah, it's a cool game. And it's, and it has full motion video, so the acting was pretty good. Well, um, some of the acting was a bit film school slapstick, but especially the opening scene was kind of. But I like that they basically just took that over. The original game too, yeah, definitely. All right, yeah, and it's just, I mean, also all the machines you have here and the rooms, the designs. I'm not quite sure. This room doesn't seem super familiar. So I'm not quite sure. Oh. Ah, I guess that's the way out to the tram. Good to know. Let's just so you see, like this was something, it wasn't as interactive back then. Like you here you were just, going from like pre-rendered frame to pre-rendered frame, but like the roller coasters were there, and you just had like you were frozen in your point of view, and you saw a movie of this coming here. So let's see how that looks. Ah, there it comes. This brings back memories and some PTSD. Oh, you played this, I take it. Yeah, then... yeah. I don't think this big engine here at the top was in the original game. I think it just had these little things. So I guess the idea was, there's something in the railings or something that drives it, or maybe it's electric. But now it has like a almost like a jet engine on its back. Like there's like fire coming out of there when it arrives. You never finished it. Okay, yeah, I played it with a friend, and I guess between the two of us we got through it. But it's not a super easy game. But I mean, that's the kind of challenge that's kind of fun. Okay, let's look what's out this door. Just... alright. Weird door lock. Okay, and now we're up here. We saw that from below there. Over there, that's where we came from. And that's where I overlooked this little lever out there. But I think, it looks gorgeous. I mean, like the design was gorgeous to start with. And then you look at this and go like, yeah, and I could just look around and walk through it and all. Ah. You mean we could have found this way the first time? Because we came in through this door. We opened it. And that hid the way. And if we close this... Oh, this is mean. Game designers, really. And that's the stairs we saw through that gap over here. That was actually nice, you know, like if you think about it, you might have gone back and looked. That makes you feel so stupid. Okay, and that's the... Oh, right, that's where we had seen these rings before, on the bridges leading to these. And so I guess now I have to figure out where to go to trigger this. Is there... Ah, here's a... Yeah, here's that spinny thing. But how to get to that, we don't really know yet. Haha, but that's mean. Respect. That's a grade A troll by the game designers. Whatever that down there is. Let's have a quick peek over here. Why is it so dark in here? Am I going to fall? Never go spelunking in the dark. Oh. Oh, is that the bridge we broke? Like at the very start we were over there and pushed the button to open, to like let down this bridge, and just everything crashed and broke. And so basically if that bridge hadn't been so damaged, we could have just walked across here and been there. Instead we went via 2 other islands. This looks exactly as you would have imagined it with the original fixed screens. Very nicely remade. Yeah, very much so, yeah. I mean, there are differences, but it's really close. It's great. And I mean, for one thing, someone mentioned that last stream, it still has that 90s ray tracing vibe. I don't know. Well, I guess the shape of the islands, that kind of still has that, yeah. But I love it. Yeah, so apparently what they did was move the islands closer together. Because like I remembered the roller coaster rides to be much longer. And also when you like you didn't have the feeling of how these different islands are placed relative to each other. And I guess, I don't know, I only just saw that in that text we started reading. I think that the islands were supposed to have been split apart, and that was one bigger island at some point. That kind of didn't quite... I mean, the name gives it away. So I think I was probably aware of it at the time. But I had sort of forgotten that. Like, I knew there were multiple islands between which you took the roller coasters, but I had forgotten that that was supposed to be something that was one big piece at some point. Which also explains why it's so awkward to move between locations in a way. Because you basically, you know, they're just making up for the problems they had once this stuff moved apart. I drew a map and there's a point of view in the end that hints how they fit together. Yeah, I remember that there's like one puzzle at the end that kind of riffs hard on the different parts. True. Okay, so we came up this elevator. They built the infrastructure before it rift. I think not all of it, but parts of it, yeah. Oh, this is a door lock. So what we could have done is we could have found the way onto this walkway, but we couldn't have gotten into the lab. And I guess we could have then continued down here. But since the back of the lab is the spinny thing, all we would have seen here would have been the broken bridge we saw at the start. So it's not quite as much as a troll as I thought. You couldn't have just completely circumvented the inner bits. You would have been here and wouldn't have been able to open the door. Rived is a word? Really? I didn't think so. But if you say so. Okay, this looks like it's some sort of rifle. And some darts. And I guess we'll continue reading this book then. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a microbe that resides within it. No, we had that. Wait. Yeah, we had the bits of water, the aggregate effect of which... There's still much to learn, however, regarding this peculiar phenomenon and its possible uses. Okay. And so this is 3.6.5. That's 10.4, so 14. 3.6.14, I guess. No, it's about 3.6.5.14. Construction of the images has proceeded without fault. Remarkable how easy it was to adapt the Duni technology to mimic that of the Ahmad. The two cultures must surely have crossed paths at some point in their histories. It may even be that Kita was a direct descendant of the Duni. How else to explain the redemptive depth of our connection? But that's all pointless now. Okay, and this is the... I think this is the hologram machine. Which funnily gets sort of picked up again in Myst 4. which we played on this channel. 3237 dot 2.10. Maintenance on the steam vent caps completed. I am extremely pleased with the continued success of the system. Another example of the superiority of Dunny technology. Ironic that Atris and Catherine's meddling unwittingly provided me with such a convenient source of power. So I guess he thinks Atris caused the islands to split apart? And I guess... Whoops. He got a steam fisher and used it. Yeah, and that's the switch we already figured out to turn stuff on and off and to make that one machine go. But I guess we could have maybe... Not yet, because we couldn't actually use the puzzle because we didn't have the code. You just googled and realized we have that word in Norwegian too. We say rive for tear or rip. Cool. I mean, we have Reisen, which I guess could be distantly related, but then could also not. I don't think we have something with the V. Like can't think of any form of the word or anything. We tend to steal the words from German, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, but this one is closer to English. But then it could be, you know, it's the whole ancient Germanic thing. So it could be that German, that's just one of the words that German either completely dropped or changed into unrecognizability. Yeah, you know, could still be that the ancient Germanic tribes had similar words. German and Norwegian stem from the same root, yeah. I'm certain now that the fissure was an unexpected byproduct of the changes they wrote into this age as part of their machinations to trap me here, and that Atris never intended for the book to be lost among the stars in the process. Better that a linking book be destroyed than to risk it falling into unknown hands. Had they foreseen the creation of the fissure, they surely would have sought another solution, as the ensuing cataclysm may well have consumed the entire world had I not managed to intervene. Catherine would never have knowingly taken such a risk, and surely my son, giving his own dearth of vertebrae, had only meant for Riven to become my prison, and not my tomb. The fissure? Yeah, not... No, fissure. Nice day for fishing, eh? Okay, that's still 737.5.8. I am discontinuing regular observations of the expanse beneath the fissure. I have tracked the stars and have proven that their paths are cyclical, but without proper instrumentation there is nothing more I can learn. My theory, however, remains unaltered. The fabric of this age was breached in a way that permits matter to be hospitably exchanged between two discrete yet overlapping spaces. Yet the attendant paradoxes defy the laws of conventional physics. The great column of wind that formed when the rift first appeared suggests a vacuum, as one might expect in space. Yet my early experiments seem to confirm the presence of a breathable atmosphere. That Atris momentarily threw himself into the void is further evidence that it might possibly be safe to venture into, but without knowing its true nature, I simply cannot take the risk. It is also difficult to say what would happen were I to open the fissure now, but it is highly probable that the results would be disastrous. 37.7.1. My hopes have been dashed again. The latest ink formulation has proved to be yet another in a long list of failures. Frustrating to expend so much effort constructing a linking book only to end up destroying it when it refuses to function. Too often has this lab grown uncomfortable warm by the flames of these never-ending disappointments. Without my reference library back in Dunny, a properly orthodox linking book may simply be beyond my means. But I simply cannot burn another book. There must be another way. 7 still, yeah. 7.6. Pens of Fate. Late last night, while pondering these interminable setbacks, I went to light my pipe. The fire marble got away from me, however, and rolled across the gateway image of the open book before me. If the consequence of this had not been repeatable, I would not have believed my eyes, as the marble left a faint yet definite trail of increased clarity in its wake. The change did not last long, but it was unmistakable. If I could find a way to boost the energy output of my fire marbles, it might be possible to suppress the variance enough to facilitate a stable link. But how? Okay, so he's slowly getting to the point where he can write linking books. But I guess he's still, as Atris suspected or hoped, can't actually write linking book to other worlds yet. 379.9.6. A spatial anomaly occurred yesterday, about 5 spans above the north shore of Temple Island. A breach of stars seemingly identical to the one beneath the fissure. It began as a small cloud-like hole, which then commenced to expand in random surges. With some effort, I was finally able to contain it with runic plates, similar to the ones I devised for the fissure. Oh, so that's what this writing, this, where I said it looks like that Arabic sentence symbol on the iron plates. So I guess that writing is not just decorative, but actually is writing like in the books. And I guess the gray box that we saw, where we first saw a hole, that was similar. I believe it will hold, but the appearance of a new rift is troubling, and yet it has also left me with the most uncanny feeling that something fundamental has shifted in my favor. I believe it may be time to give this inexplicable mystery a second look. 37.9.6. Isn't that what we just had? Yeah. Okay, I guess it's the same day. Just a new entry. I have erected a small dome, a pressurized airlock, mounted upon the contained breach. This has allowed me to safely conduct tentative forays into the expanse without subjecting Riven to further invasion and the destruction that would certainly attend it. It is a bafflingly improbable space, yet surprisingly more accommodating than my initial observations had led me to believe. Breathing is indeed possible within it, Yet I cannot say that it is respiration as I'm used to it. Rather, as nonsensical as this is going to sound, it feels at times as if the expanse was breathing me, and in the process, imbuing me with a sense of endless possibility. 37.9. That's 13. At last, the breakthrough I was hoping for. After my first full day of experiments in the expanse, I was astonished to discover that the fire marbles in my coat pocket had come to fluoresce. Oh, that's what we saw when we went into the first spinny thing in that outer space looking area. We had these little marbles that glowed that we shot at something else. A quick strike test confirmed that their energy levels had increased significantly, and their charge has lasted longer than I would have thought possible. In a clear act of divine providence, the expanse has given me the final piece of the puzzle, an apparently boundless energy source that should be more than sufficient to rectify my linking books. But I must work quickly. 2 more breaches have occurred in the interim. Whoops. Accidentally zoomed in. It's interesting that when we zoom in, it moves the book a little bit out of the way. Each one more aggressive and difficult to contain than the last. Time, I fear, is running out. 3.8.2.8. The breach is now number 5, a sure sign that I am on the right path. I have connected the domes on each of them via a nexus of pathways within the expanse, that was what we walked on, which will also serve as an inter-island shortcut as I continue my work on my enhanced fire marble complex. 3.8.3.3. The loss of 2 more men yesterday has made it clear that the full spectrum of energy is too great for even my finest fire marbles to contain. So I've decided to break it up into 5 discrete frequency ranges, which will later be recombined for application to the book. I have installed 5 charging stations within the expanse, each one calibrated to imbue a blank fire marble with a separate band of the total energy needed. A pneumatic, I guess that's supposed to be pneumatic and not pneumatic, tube system will then convey the charged marbles to the great gold dome on Riven for recombination. Freedom is nearly within my grasp. Okay, so that was why we had that glowing dot in the dome. Okay. And this... I guess he's playing Tetris in his spare time. But this looks like it might be worth a screenshot. .5.7. The problem of how to return to Riven has been settled. Reckon has proven his usefulness over the years, at times nearly rivaling my own engineering prowess. He and his team will have the honor of being the first to link to the new age, bringing with them the necessary materials to build a vastly simplified version of the book apparatus, which I have personally designed. If they do not return within a reasonable amount of time, I will revise my design and send additional men until they get it right. Should they founder, however, I'm prepared to sacrifice every last man on Riven to continue the effort. This cannot fail. Oh, that's a charming man we have to deal with here. 3.8.9.11. At long last, a variable loop has been established. After an eternity of toil and sacrifice and an unconscionable preemption of the ages I might have fathered, I have finally linked to a new age. Okay, and I guess the age has this number. So that's 9, 8, 98. So that's next year from when the game was made. Okay, let's see. Let's note that down. Okay, so that's a 9 and an 8. I think. It is a bleak and barren world, perfectly suited for my purposes. By closely comparing the real with the written, I believe I will soon be able to create a more appropriate age from which to relaunch my mission. For now, however, I will move my office and living quarters there so that I may safely continue my endeavors without distraction. Okay, that looks very satellite dish-ish. Although it is but a stepping stone, 98 is an utter triumph. To think that I have accomplished what I have accomplished in a matter of years, under extremely adverse conditions, what it took my dunny ancestors centuries to achieve. Well, the question is, you already knew where to go. They had to find the way first. Or rather, they had to learn what the destination was first. Okay, that's 310.6.7. I caught one of my assistants thumbing through this journal today. He will certainly never do it again, but I'm glad I chose to write this in a language these people cannot decipher. Perhaps it's time I reviewed security measures with each guildmaster. No problems expected from the builders, maintainers, and surveyors, but the bookmakers and educators may need a bit more motivation. Okay, 311.10. Oh, that's 24? Huh. More reports of spirit sightings. It seems that under Catherine's leadership, the rebels, or black moiety, as the villagers stubbornly insist on referring to them, have attained a new level of sophistication in their terror tactics, renewing their campaign to intimidate the weak-minded into joining them by preying upon their cultural superstitions. I suppose I should be concerned by this, but it strikes me as almost laughable. If the rebels wish to dilute their ranks with dimwits, then who am I to stop them? Oh, 312.8.3.14. Chemical analysis of one of the rebel knives has yielded curious results. The metal contains elements that are unlike anything I've encountered on the islands. It appears the rebels have access to a resource that I am unaware of. Perhaps a mine or an uncharted island? Ah, that's that knife. Okay, we saw one of these. Most of these knives have been found on the south side of the village. The same region that reports of people mysteriously disappearing have The same region that reports of people mysteriously disappearing have emanated from. I think a closer inspection of the area is warranted. The fact that the rebels deliberately leave these distinctive knives as a sign of their presence is concerning. They're growing bolder, as if they no longer fear discovery of their hideout. 312.6.12. Recent measurements indicate that the movement of the islands has slowed dramatically. My previous estimates predicted a total collapse in approximately 3 months, but with the new figures I'm no longer certain. I've nearly finished writing the 99th age and have every confidence it will be a safe place to relocate to. Okay, there's also let's note down that that's a Baron, age 98, and gains new home, question mark for 99. And it will be a safe place to relocate to, but it would still be useful to know what has caused the sudden halt in Riven's breakup. Is it possible that the age is stable after all? If so, I must discover how it differs from 98, which has already shown troubling signs of decay, though further tests are needed, and yet there's something about this that gives me pause. Could it be that someone is attempting to repair the damage to the fifth age at its source? I cannot help but think that the hand of Atris is behind this somehow. Yep, we know it to be so. Okay, that's cool. So, we've learned a few things from him. Ah, that's what these traps are for. Bye-bye. We've seen some of these traps next to these idols, effigies, I don't know what to call them. Oh, and he's preserved some of these frogs, apparently. I guess that's all that is on this table. Great, we found the trash can. Okay. Interesting that it only goes in a little. So he's cutting something up. Okay. So it puts, I guess this seems like it might be, I don't know, it feels, oh, I didn't see that we could do this. I wonder if this is like a resistance tester, you know, that you set it to a certain level. Kind of feels like a scale. So depending on, you know, you can test, like, can it take 3 kilos, can it take 40 kilos, can it take 5, and then at some point it will break, and then you know how robust whatever device you're building is. The counterintuitive aspect of fire marbles, that a greater strike force does not always yield the maximum energy output, never ceases to amaze me. Optimal strike force, base value. Okay. And here, fire marble to power marble, strike force compensations. This looks... So we've seen these symbols on the spinny circles. So the spinny things are big fire marbles, maybe? Or he just uses it as a code. So -6 plus 2 plus 3. Wait, no, that's at the bottom, so it's 11 plus 11. -8 and plus 15. If I'm understanding these symbols right. Okay, and these are fire marbles, so I guess he puts a fire marble in there, strikes it. And then cuts it in half here? Not quite sure what this is supposed to be. Here's another machine. Okay, a vise. Is this for bookbinding? Right, that's how you make the back of a book. You kind of or is it? Like usually you kind of stitch the back together so the pages stay in. I'm not quite sure how you would do that. I don't know, I'm assuming it's a bookbinding thing. And here... Why are there loose letters? Oh, and that's the missing... The missing I. Let's take a screenshot of that as well. Can I read this? No. 312.7.13. Last week, one of my acolytes caught a rebel sniffing around the cemetery totem in the jungle. In keeping with the general ineptitude of my men, the dog was allowed to escape, but at least the fool had the presence of mind to bring me the object in question. It is a primitive eyepiece into which one of the native numbers has been set. Given the fact that their accursed numeric system requires you to know which way a symbol has been rotated in order to read it, however, there is no way to make sense of it. It is probably an overestimation of the moiety's intelligence to suspect that there may be some greater meaning behind it. But tomorrow I shall send a surveyor out to inspect the other totems just to be sure safe. Okay, so you need to know what the original shape was. Some sort of moth. Again, I think with a date. Some plant. A slice from a tree, I guess, to determine an age or something. I don't know. And no pun intended. Okay, various sea creatures. And a few leaves. That bottom thing looks like it should be a secret compartment. Oh. He's getting the water to stand upside down. Cool. So that's an illustration of what we read earlier. Okay. I guess we can't really look into it. But that's what he did on this, I guess. Alright. Not bad, sir. Is that all except the stuff in the middle? Looks like it. Okay, so why are there levers here? Okay, this wheel is turning. Ah, now we've hooked it in with this machine. Oh, it's smoothing a fire marble, I guess. Okay, so I guess that's how he turns rocks into marbles. Fascinating. Okay. So I guess that's all we've seen here. And now we came in through the elevators. So left we already explored, and the back. Oh wait. Right, that's where we can now take the train. So I guess that's what we'll be doing. We already called it last time we were out here. So now all we have to do is get on the train and explore the next island. I'm a bit sad that, you know, like, the game is better for the distances, but that means we've lost the roller coaster you know, the fun roller coaster aspect of this. I mean, they're trying. How have you lost the roller coaster? Well, it's the islands are closer together, so it's a shorter ride. So it's just one turn this way, one turn this way, and that's it. It's not like in the original game. It took a while to get from A to B. Okay, let's first see if there's anything out there. But we'll probably have to rotate this to get at that door over there. I guess they don't have as big as a loading time to hide. The problem was there was no loading time in the original. There was changing CDs. So I think it was more that they went, hey, yeah, there was an achievement, but I missed it. Let's see if I can... of scheming and schemata, arrive on Survey Island. That was that achievement. Yeah, but so it was just you saw that roller coaster, and at the end of the roller coaster it was, hey, change CDs. Or it was you went on the roller coaster and it said, you know, put in this CD, and then you got the roller coaster. So the roller coaster was more, you know, a fun reward for the players, I would say, than, you know, hiding a loading time. Okay, now we've seen this island from a distance. With all the tusks on it. I guess that's where he got the frogs from. Are these microphones? Or what's that? These circle things? Or is this like a train track? Oh. Some sort of golden pool. Is that where the fire marbles come from? But yeah, so, I mean, you know, since you have to go back and forth between islands a little bit, the shortest distances probably make for prettier, make for better gameplay. But I kind of would have wished that they'd managed to keep, you know, at least the initial ride a bit longer. You know, this colored water kind of reminds me of sulfur pools. So as gorgeous as this looks, this would probably smell horrible. Like the ones in Mass Effect Andromeda. This also, I think that looks a bit different. Than the original. But I mean, it's good. This button does. But my guess is that we could get to a different place. Oh, okay. Yeah, this bit I remember. Funnily, this is kind of similar. When I got out here, it already reminded me a bit of that, but now There's a similar puzzle in, I think in Abduction. Like you have like rotating pieces of a maze. That's what I meant with the map that shows you the broken pieces. Yeah. Oops. Okay. And I guess now we could try to put them together somehow. So that's probably goes into that. Okay, so here you see this goes in the upper right. So let's see if we can do this. Okay, so this one has to get out of there. So the dots probably indicate where all of them should be. So this. Huh. And I guess that's the puzzle we had in the elevator? Or is that... I think the puzzle in the elevator might have been 5 dots. Oh. Cool. Okay, not quite sure what this does. I thought the dots were from that puzzle in the elevator. I guess here they just make them look like the bits of the island, so that's nice. But here, yeah, that's 5. So I guess that's what? 2 in the lower left, 1 upper left, 2 in upper right. So these, this, and these. Okay. We found the secret wine cellar. Below the surface, access the hidden floor on Survey Island. Oh, I think that goes sideways as well. Ooh, fancy, and we haven't even gone out the other spot. I was kind of hoping I'd still have a button to trigger it. Huh. Is this where he did his hologram speeches? I guess we'll risk it. Oh, that's Catherine, I guess, in a prison cell. That's the weird thing in the city we saw. Okay, that's somehow the island where we are right now. No idea where this is. You see the cupola, and you see sort of a balcony or something. That's where we arrived. Ah! Is he just playing what he would do? If someone arrived? I mean, one scene almost looked like when we arrived, but it was closed. And here it's open, of course. So are these recordings? He was told to watch this thing in this board, yeah. He's basically rehearsing. But I guess that's a recording, or it's a different guard. Okay, and that's where Catherine is. Interestingly, I think these are the original full motion videos. Just, you know, probably up-resed or something. Those do not look like CGI. Which makes sense, because if you see it as a film recording, you can use a film recording, you don't need it to be 3D. I don't think there's anything happening, but I don't want to risk missing something. That was weird. I guess this is just... The question is that a loop? I guess the other one was a loop as well, so I guess these are just... looped so we can catch it as a player. And not looped as in, hey, someone hacked into your system. But was she talking with someone here? Okay, we've seen this. I don't think it does anything. Not even the water seems to be moving, so I guess that's just pictures, those few. And the top two are videos. Okay. I guess the bottom thing tells you which one you're watching. Is there anything that makes these recognizable? Huh. There's a hole here. And this one has a sort of broken fish next to it. This one has nothing. How are these different? This one is in front of a rock, this one isn't. We've had this one already. Yeah, and then comes the fish. Oh. Accidental zoom. Okay. Not quite sure what to do with this yet. But good to know. I looked in the right direction, so we go sideways in the tunnel for a while and then back up. Okay, now we're back on the ground floor, but no, now all the island outlines are there. Oops, accidental screenshot number 1. You asked for it, I'm giving it. Oh, now it works. Okay. Ah, there's another of the spinny bits. And here are some of these fish things. And looks like the one here is broken. So these are probably these... That's probably the pool in which we rotated. Interesting. Let's have a quick look if we... Did we take a picture? We can delete this one. Yeah, we took a picture of the code. Okay. Okay. Ah, that's the... Oh, what we can't see. I think it was close enough. Good, okay. Okay. What was that sound? Okay, spooky space area. I really wonder, I don't remember the space thing at all. And now I wonder if it just looked very different because they couldn't do the full rotating, or if they changed it significantly. Like, I remember these spheres were around. We can do a new... Yeah, so these are the fire marbles. I guess when that one comes by, we somehow have to trigger it. Or we have to align it first? The other one might have been sort of aligned already. I don't quite remember. So let's turn this one. Yeah, I guess, and now we have to push... Oh, no, wait. Okay, so we can go across, but let's see if we can now fire the marble, which should... Yeah, now it's glowing. Oh right, we're not powering, we're actually charging it. And I guess now we've switched it into the golden cupola. Can we get to any other? Nope. So I wonder, there will probably be one point where we're next to one of these, and then we have to crank over to another one. It's kind of cool how these are half sticking out into the world. Still rotating. It's kind of the cool thing, if the interdimensional gateway rotates with you, then on the other side it will just be stationary. Cool. I wonder what happened here to break this. Like, it seems like that spinny thing was always back there. But this walkway looks like it might be a piece out of this, but then... No, I guess just the walkway across here got broken. And these are the pontons that held it up. Okay, that makes sense. These buzzing insect sounds are really disconcerting. Okay. So what now? Let's see, I think we saw a spinny thing somewhere else that we haven't interacted with. We still haven't been there. So if there's a location we can get to, I'm not seeing it. Oh, and right, we want to go to the other side. That's probably... That was what we still have to do here. I remember that there was one spot where you had to turn this thing around. And that was how you accessed another room. Ah, maybe that's the golden pool. Okay. Doesn't look like we can do anything here. But yeah, okay. Seems a bit pointless though. What is this? Looks like we should be able to drain it or something. Or pull something out. Roller coaster back. I hope all these rides back and forth are single ticket, otherwise this is a really expensive county fair trip. Wait, I don't think we have gone out on the other side. So let's just do the turn and walk back and forth on that spot as well. Just to be sure we don't miss any locations. Doesn't look like there is anything. Okay. Nothing here either, just to be sure. So we've triggered 2 of the spinny things. Unlocked all of this. was back there? That was just the broken bridge, right? Yep. Okay, no spinny things here. I wonder if it's possible to go through the game without breaking that bridge. Wait, wasn't there a spinny thing down there? Right, and there was a room with the viewer, so how the heck do we get to that room? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. I almost missed the second door. Okay. The question is... we had notebook, dot, iris with dot, iris with dash, and vertical dash. I don't really know how we're supposed to associate this one. Oh, there it was. Here, okay. Okay, the vertical bar was it. But at least we've narrowed down the shapes we have to hit. It's cool that you can watch that from out here. Okay. I think we're getting the hang of this. Is this the one we already did? This one has 2 dots, this one. So I think this is one we haven't done yet, because the other ones... This one is blinking as well. So I think we're 3 out of 5. Let's try this again. Load one in. Aim it, and now poof. Get the frequency into it. And flush it over to gains, to the golden thingy. Oh, I didn't even try the turning. We're done. I'm hoping that there won't be that, as with the others, there won't be a way to Okay, we can actually shortcut our way down. Whee! All right. So now go back and find the other spinny thing that we couldn't get to. Or that I didn't realize I could already get to. Okay, roller coaster back through some scared water. Hold your breath. I mean, if it was blue, it's basically the Stargate animation, isn't it? Alright, still not quite sure what to do with the totems. Nice car. Yeah. It's a rental. Okay, I think there was another spinny thing over there. Right, and the reason we couldn't get there was because it was upstairs. what's here. How do we get up there? Is there any other path? Doesn't really look like it. So yeah, this is another of the, what did he call it? Sigil plates or something like that. There was a fancy tear in space-time behind it that showed us the starry expanse. Can I go to the broken thing and maybe... Not sure. Wait, there was another corner back there. So let's just... Is there no way sideways, by the way? You know, I could just jump over there and walk past, but game design says no. Let's see what's down there again. Oh, that knife really goes all the way down. There's some additional fissures. This is the broken one, but we can't interact with it in any way. But now we know that it's one of the two-eared symbols. So do we have the screenshot of that? Here. That was in the school. And so we have the one with the two below each other. We have one. We have two. So that's 6. Or it could... here's another 2. Or 5. Wait, can we see? No, it doesn't really look like there's like a separate group anywhere. Okay. No idea yet what to do with these. And here was the other spot. With that guy. Kind of looks like, you know, if this mouth opens or something, maybe this is an entrance. And that could then let us go up here and walk across to the spinny thing. Here. And no idea where this path goes. Could be that that's accessible from the city, or that getting there lets us also get to the city. Let's go back here. So we did this one. How did that other one look? Okay, so about this way is where the gap goes. So that should be about right. doesn't go empty. Not sure what these things are for then. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the other island then and see if there's anything the spinny thing or so that we have overlooked. And I'm slowly getting tired, so if we're not finding anything to make progress soon, then I'll probably call the stream a little early. But I mean, we did make good progress so far, so that's good. Well, there was a spinny thing here. We've already done that one. Let's just see, what does this... Yeah, we have 3, but we're still missing 2. Okay, that's how that works. That's where Gaines' place is, and that has the single bar. That's the one that was either the one that we last did or the one that was obvious. And this one, that's the one with the spiky top. I think that's the one we last did. So the tree thing has this symbol. And we did that one. let's just have a quick peek into that room. That's the door. Not quite sure why we can stop this one. And this should probably show our hologram here, where it's intentionally not visible, of course. But let's leave that on. I don't think it makes a difference. Back there's the other half of the broken bridge, right? Yep. So that's where we were. Anything else here? Well, at least that part still works. Used that spinny thing. That was the first one we used. That was for turning on the downstairs thing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-digit number is what we need here. And I think 2. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, they're a bit out of order. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 6. 4. 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and that's not a 2, that's a 10, of course. I'm an idiot. That's why I got confused. 2. Okay. So now, but at least that confirms that we have the order of the numbers right, because that's how they're on this wheel. But of course, just counting through the numbers is not correct. But at least we have the series of numbers in clean writing now. The old version, this thing basically worked, but the lowering and raising from that crane was built into it, and there was like a little bar in the lower right here that you had to unhook, otherwise it wouldn't go all the way down. It's kind of funny how they do extra things. Also, this was just a tiny hole in the floor, I think. Like right in front of this, I think, or maybe it was just this one. I don't remember. Okay, but no clue what to do next. Well, let's do one more roller coaster ride to the newest island, I think. And if on the way we don't stumble over something, then I guess that's today ended. By the way, it's cool that you're coming in right next and almost over in this area here. These rifts, these cracks. That was kind of nice coming in and ooh, it's below us. So I'm not quite sure what to do with these. And I guess let's go down, let's see. Let's frighten these guys. Oh, okay, the small one went in as well. Okay, maybe I just didn't see that. Wait, let's just go back. Hmm. It kind of feels like that bucket would be useful. In that weird turny thing that we just passed. You know, because it gives you water. But I can't even, like, interact with that bucket anyway. Not that Myst is really an inventory game, so usually you can't pick stuff up. Is that the right position? Straight on the left. Kind of have the feeling that there should be something that I can do with this tree, but there isn't. That's where I came from, isn't it? Kind of feeling like I forgot to overlooked some turn.
Terekoi danni, ki bayem revat, arroyem beetig tavom, ga bodona gayem. Ram.
Bah. Okay. If you say so. Don't know what this one would be. But I'm not sure if this game actually expects you to also decipher the letters. Like what I remember from Myst 4 for the letters. They don't really match one-to-one, so it's really difficult without knowing like which word you're trying to spell to find out which of these symbols is equivalent. Whereas the numbers are, you know, systematic. So, and you have a school. I'm already leaving and they're running away anyway. It's kind of weird. Do. Yup. Okay, let's get into our swanky car. And then I guess we're calling it a day. Oh, no audio in background. That's a bit of a pity. I thought I could look up who's live right now while we're driving this without anyone noticing. So many horror games. Do I even have to go through here? Gonna head off and grab dinner. Thanks for the scream, ghoulie. Yep. Ooh, spooky. Thanks for dropping by, and hopefully see you again next time. Okay, we went down there. Spooky food. Oh. Burgers, huh? They spook every physician. No. Actually, there are, luckily... Whoa, frame rate. Hello? Well... Let's roller coast once more, and then not sure what that extra room over on the right is supposed to be good for. Apart from telling you, hey, that golden room that you're seeing up there, that's down there. And it's pretty. Looks like maybe we can raise something here. Was it these two? And that one? Yep. Oh, this is much brighter than it was a moment ago. Suddenly there's light. Well, anyway, this is about as far as my brain will take me, I think. I guess thank you for being here. Thank you for puzzling with me, and we'll do more of this next week. Oh, and by the way, remember that... Yep, solved enough puzzles for the day. Yeah. By the way, remember, next week is daylight savings change for Germany, for Europe actually. So if you're in the US or in a US time zone, we will be starting 1 hour later. So keep that in mind. It'll go like that for, I think, a week or two. And then the US will do DST change as well. And then it will be at the same time again as you used to. So just as a little heads up, daylight savings time changes coming up. So things will move back or forward by 1 hour. And yeah, have a great week. I hope you'll be having a lot of fun. And see you in a week. Bye bye.